familiar with the obviously with Floyd Mayweather, but you hear about the whole Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. What do you think about that? Any thoughts on it? What do you think? Honestly,
I'm thinking. To me, the only way that it would make sense for it to really happen is for them to do 2 fights.
Oh, I like that. Where?
One fight for Floyd fighting a boxing fight.
Yeah.
And then Floyd has to fight McGregor.
That is
in his world.
Not a million
I'm saying
years.
to me that's the only way that this is interesting to me.
Well, it's going
short of that, even though I know it's going to happen, it's not something that's really exciting me.
Yeah, well, I mean, personally, I'm just such a mixed martial arts fan. I will watch because it is a big to do, and but I feel Conor McGregor has nothing to lose, everything to gain.
He doesn't
nothing
have
to
anything
lose. If he gets his ass whipped, Sean, he can always say, "He can say, you know what." In a real fight, I'll still kick your ass.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You had some kicks and a takedown. I mean,
but I would want to see that. See, to me, like I said, if they did, we're going to fight 2 fights. I'm going to fight you in your world and you're going to come to mine. Yeah. Now that's 100% fair and y'all about to get it in. This doesn't, it's interesting. It's just a show.
It's money. It's a very expensive exhibition fight between the two of them. And I will tell you this. Conor McGregor is the most self-actualized athlete and or person that I've ever met in my life, because 5 years ago the dude was on welfare and now he's fighting Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah, government cheese will inspire you.
He should give motivational speech. Like, screw Anthony Robbins. I want to meet Conor McGregor and be like, how do I fix my credit? Conor McGregor. Like, he is motivational. Like,
he's got skills and he's got mic skills also.
That's a dangerous man right there. To me, all these guys that have been trying to beat Floyd and they couldn't touch him, and then to have the guy come out of a whole nother world.
Because he's a megalomaniac, which means that he's scary enough to believe that he can do it. So that's
even more dangerous.
I think it's improbable, but I don't think it's impossible.
I agree.
And also, you're dealing with Floyd's 40 years old. I mean, we should add that. We should add that in. Is he a super stud? Is he phenomenal? Of course.
He's a great boxer.
Yes.
You're 40 years old, but how much more years of experience? Remember, we were talking about jiu-jitsu, putting in the rounds, putting in the reps, how much that you need. First of all, his boxing positioning. If I talk about how he positions his shoulder and he has his other hand underneath. So his right hand pot shots and comes upward.
Look at this girl.
And uses his shoulders to roll punches off.
She has 5 Muay Thai fights.
Which is not a lot, but
she just looks a little cute Latina chicken here. Right. She's dangerous.
When she moved her shoulder like that and
she'll
got
go back.
in position.
Careful, Sean.
I could pop some, I kind of, Matt does just very MMA world, but I dabble in the boxing world too. Like, I had a very awkward incident with Bernard Hopkins yesterday.
Why awkward?
It was awkward as shit. It was
Did you punch him out of the ring?
No. No, it was like an episode of In Living Color, because, all right, so I'll tell you guys what happened. So I'm like, hey, Bernard, whatever. And sometimes when you're interviewing people, you try to come up with like a something that breaks the ice first, because they've answered. You're going down the red carpet. This is like the 36th time they've answered that question. Right. So I'll say things to them which are like is off the cuff to try to get them to talk to me.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, guys, when you watch fights, though, when you're not in a fight or you're not working a fight and you're just watching something, what is it about, like, somebody that you watch a fight with that annoys you? Because for me, I get so annoying. Like, there's only 4 people I can watch fights with that I don't want to kill when I watch a fight with them. So he's like, if anybody talks to me, I hate when people talk to me. And I'm like, okay, I'm talking to him right now. I'm fucking awkward. And then he goes, I don't like when people text when they're watching a fight, because they'll text and look down. They're like, what happened? He goes, and then he goes, nothing distracts me. I'm used to being alert at all times. Like, I'm talking to you right now, but I know what's going on my right and what's going on my left. So I go, well, is that from fighting?
I can see that your left leg is bigger than your right leg. Although both of them are beautiful, I could tell that you're...
No, so then he goes, I go, well, does that come with fighting? He goes, no, that comes from my history at the penitentiary. I ain't never going to that place again. And I was like, oh, shit.
What he said?
Flashback,
turned into Homie the Clown.
Fuck. like,
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared of Bernard Hopkins right
The fact
now.
that he say he's never going back there again.
You ain't gonna get me in my sleep. Get off me.
He's got
Phone check, fool. Phone check.
He's got
I was so scared.
bone check. Oh my
I
God.
was so scared for a second.
Hilarious. That's funny.
That is
You
hysterical.
just had a flashback.
It was crazy.
Let me ask you about stand-up comedy. What is it about You got comedians that, like, let's say, and we talked about this. You normally Jimmy Norton's here, great comedian, and like I talked about this with him the other day. Like a guy like Jerry Seinfeld, that guy doesn't need to go back to comedy. With all your movies, you don't need to do the stand-up comedy.
You don't do it because you need it.
Tell me, what is it about the stand-up comedy that just is so addicting?
It's like this is the thing that we've been doing all of our life. We love it's like the difference between that and fighting. If fighters' body would hold up throughout until they were 90 years old, they'd be fighting forever.
Yeah.
This is the thing that we chose to do, and we love it. And how do you just stop it? I mean, this is what makes us happy. We enjoy. This is part of our life. This is if I quit comedy, then I feel like Superman gave up his powers. Now life affects me the same way as everybody else, but as long as I'm telling jokes, I'm in a different zone. Like it's fun for me. Yes, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening in the world, but because I have a comedic take on it, I'm able to laugh my way through stuff. If I quit comedy, then I'm just get depressed just like everybody else.
When you're doing all these movies, obviously you don't have the same time to do the stand-up. So, I mean, do you just, in your mind, you're collecting material, you're writing things down?
I write stuff down, and I work stuff on stage in town. So I do less traveling, more stand-up inside.
Does that happen in a movie theater, Shawn, when you're not that guy in a movie theater, are you?
No, I'm not.
Hold on, UFC Unfiltered. Hey, listen. He's a big star. You think he can't answer the phone on UFC Unfiltered? Of course he can.
Sorry, guys.
Make yourself at home.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't
Are you
wanna
kidding me?
answer.
What happened? You're here. Phoenix is she couldn't believe it.
No, I was very happy. I mean, I am a really big fan, and
Huge.
And I was very, very influenced by In Living Color.
Oh,
Very,
that's
very,
dope.
very influenced by In Living
It's nice
Color.
to see we raised a nice young fighting champ
Ain't that
like
nice?
yourself.
No, I mean, I've done improv comedy, and I feel like comedy enhances every single thing that you do.
Yep.
You know,
And it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do in
Yeah.
your life.
Do you still do you get any, like, I'm not going to say adrenaline, but do you get a rush? Or when you kill after you get off that stage, do you still feel it?
Yeah, you feel it. You always feel that. It's energy.
Yeah.
It's people you don't know, and you're taking them from 0 to 100. And
Real quick. I don't listen. I listen to
I don't
a
know
little
about
rap
I don't know
music.
about I don't know about how
well, maybe
quick
not
it
too
is,
quick,
but it's definitely just getting them there. You know, people come in. Sometimes people come in pissed off. They're not laughing. They don't find nothing funny, and to take those people and have them slapping the table by the end of the night.
Oh, that's a
That's
win.
a good feeling.
That
You
is
try
a
to
win.
you kill them with the laughter. You kill them with love. You don't go out there. You ever have to deal with any nasty hecklers?
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Really?
Those pricks.
Still to you
I
at
wouldn't
this
say,
day?
yeah, people have the nerve. They'll try it. You know, it's like someone walking up to a dude with cauliflower ear. Talking about, yeah, I'll kick your freaking ass. It's like, okay, I didn't get this air from my hat. I got years of getting punched in my ear. You sure you want to do that?
That's so funny. I've been rolling 20 years, and my ears are fine.
Yeah, I don't know. You're
You
like
got them
that
headphones
freakish-
on. Nobody could tell.
Even off. I wish
My
I
ears are
almost wish
beautiful.
I had.
These babies, these Sony ears right here, they're beautiful.
If I had those couture ears, I'd be wearing these things 24/7.
I'll never fight no dude with no cauliflower. I check the ears first.
That's what you do first?
Yeah, it's like, what? What you say? Oh,
You better
sorry,
work
man.
on a sprawl.
Let me
yeah.
buy you a drink, man.
State to state, though, who's the hardest crowd to win over? Is it New York?
New Yorkers are tough. Actually, I went to a place tougher than Baltimore.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, they're not having fun over there.
Yeah.
What's
Not having
going
fun
on?
there.
You
New
never
York has
hear
a
that.
lot.
Let's go to Baltimore for vacation.
Yeah,
It's not like a place.
New Yorkers got it tough, but you guys, there's a lot going on here, and you guys can always find your smile and find a way to have some fun. You go get yourself a Frank on the corner, or a pretzel, or something, just to, just take the edge off a little. I don't know what's popping out there, but that's a tough crowd.
When you're, let me ask you before you leave. I know he's where.
Yeah, we
he's
got
getting.
a couple minutes.
Tell me where he's playing. Are you playing in New York at all?
Yeah, I'm at Governor's in Levittown tonight, doing stand-up
Can
comedy.
I tell you something that's so hysterical about that? What a small world. You could throw a rock. You're going to look out Governor's front door. My jiu-jitsu academy is directly across from that.
Really?
I got to tell my crew.
Is that where you teach, or is that where you
I
learn?
own 2 jiu-jitsu. No, it's on my teach. I'm retired. I retired from fighting how many years ago? I have 2 jiu-jitsu schools on Long Island, New York.
Nice.
One is in Levittown,
Yeah.
right?
Right by Governor's.
Right behind.
I can hear people getting
my
kicked in
parking
their
lot.
face while I'm on
Yeah,
stage.
they'll be
Nice.
strangling people. So you know what? Maybe I'll send some of my guys down. You get any hecklers? Just point to.
What if they
point to
heckle me? Then what?
Well,
then I'm stuck
you
with the guy with the
know,
cauliflower ear.
Tell him you know me.
Heckle me. So yeah, I'm doing that, and then
That's
I'm also
great,
hosting
man.
2 parties this weekend. One at Sapphire on Sapphire 39 on Saturday.
Is that a strip club?
It's a high-end gentleman's club.
Okay. That's a strip club.
It's a little different than a strip club.
What's the difference? I don't know. And I
'Cause
was tricked into strip club.
Because there's strip clubs where they like strip clubs, and
Okay.
then there's a combination hybrid of a club meets kind of dinner place with kind of
Okay.
go dancery.
Because I was
women
tricked
around.
into going to a strip club one time.
Were you?